Now the bell goes. Hansen starts. Everybody's head starts to twitch. Marcel Kittel shouts at his teammates to start to take him through. And there the boys in black and white. Greipel grits his teeth on the right in white. And Team Sky have lost control now at the moment. Chris Sutton is having to fend for himself. He's looking for the wheel of Greipel as it's now a full out. Look at the average speed has shot up after that last lap. 52.6 kilometers an hour now. They're just going to be home just over the 1 hour of racing today. That's an incredible speed. Now, riders have done their turn. These are the riders we often call the domestiques of the team, the workhorses, the men that give their all, don't win the race, but hope that when they move over, their team captain wins the race. They all share the money. It doesn't matter. They're professional. And Lotto are now down to 3 riders to look after Andre Greipel. Hansen, Seberg, de Boucher, and Jürgen Rollens were there. One of them's dropped away at the moment. Greipel is in position. Chris Sutton has locked in onto his back wheel and hope he can pull something off. Chris hasn't won a race since he won in Wollongong in New South Wales, south of Sydney, in 2011. Time he came back for a victory here. 2 riders left. Is he running out of riders too quickly here? Greipel's now on 3rd wheel. He still needs a lead out man. This boy on the front is going to have to go for as long as he possibly can here. It's Jens de Boucher. Jens rather, de Boucher, taking that corner flat out and very wide. Some of the riders on the tail of the peloton. Moving up on the outside is Jürgen Rollens now. He's the last man. Greipel's on his own after this. It's still a long way to go. He doesn't want to take the run just yet. Caleb Ewan, the 19-year-old, is into 3rd wheel here, and watch him on the barriers. He's going to get squashed out a little bit. This could be a huge surprise. He's a fast finisher. Rollens opens up the sprint. Greipel goes. Ewan follows him, but he's a little bit too quick, Greipel, at the moment, as Marcel Kittel comes up on the right-hand side, but the gorilla is fighting for the line here. He's going to make it. It's Kittel who gets it on the line. Greipel is 2nd. Caleb Ewan crosses 3rd, and Chris Sutton, I think, was in 4th place there. Lovely clear blue skies, the opening stage of the Santos Tour Down Under as Andre Greipel
they charged into town.
in.
The front end of the main field was red and white, and that was Team Lotto Belisol trying to lead out the sprint for their man. And there was a little bit of a crash on the running towards the finish, which may have caused a bit of chaos. But at the front end of the main field, most of the riders were well organised.
And left lying down there, David Tanner of Team Belking, and was soon off to hospital. For the rest of the riders, it was a matter of gather their bikes and carry on, because the finish was literally just 1 kilometre around the corner. And now it's to be a battle of the sprinters, or would it be? First of all, they had to bring back the day's attackers, which they did. And the last man to come clear of the field was Rory Sutherland, but he was swept up in the yellow jersey, leaving the sprinters to go for gold. It looked now it had to be a formality for the big German sprinter Andre Greipel, 2nd here. But right behind Greipel was the Australian champion Simon Gerrans. The champion of Germany in the front, the champion of Australia taking him on. And surprisingly, in the uphill finish to Angaston, it was Simon Gerrans who came over the top of Andre Greipel to steal the stage, his 3rd in history in this event, and to take a very valuable 10-second bonus.
A well-timed sprint for the Australian champion, coming right out of the slipstream of one of the fastest men in the world in the white jersey. But for Simon Gerrans, it was an important victory. With that 10-second time bonus, he would also become the first leader of the race.
So Simon Gerrans, the first leader of this 6-day tour, salutes the crowd.
Race leader Evans didn't contest the sprints, and his race was not without problems. He almost hit the deck twice on separate incidents. Coming in towards the finish, the Omega Pharma pair of Powers and Bacalants attacked on a small rise, and for a while looked like they might have a chance to win. However, some strong pulls by Greipel's Lotto Belisol teammates saw them caught inside the last 500 metres. Final lead-out man Jürgen Rollens piloted Greipel into the final 200 metres and held on well enough to take 2nd himself, whilst Viviani of Cannondale came from a long way back to claim 3rd. Gerrans finished an agonising 4th, just outside the bonus seconds. With Evans' lead now down to just 7 seconds, it's fast looking like a race which could come down to the wire.
What makes you want to be on the podium so much each day? Yeah, it's as you can see, it's very nice up there. So
Job well done
not?
today, Adam.
thank you.
How did that go? Right, cheers.
The end of 6 days of cycling, the end of 815 kilometres as the Santos TourDownUnder, the final stage 6. The riders signing in here, the gun being fired by the Minister of Tourism, Leon Bignell, and the riders rolling away on this new circuit in the central business district of the city of Adelaide. Now there's a question as to who would win the sprint. Or would indeed Diego Ulisi even go for the sprint? Then there was a touch of wheels there and a problem. It looked for Daryl Impey. It sounded like he'd lost a spoke. A valuable lead-out man for Simon Gerrans. As they continue to line up, leaving the Hilton Hotel where they've stayed for the past week in the background, they were now racing towards the line. Inside the last kilometre, Andre Greipel in the white jersey of champion of Germany was running out of teammates, but in regular fashion. Every 250 metres a teammate dropped off. The rest of the race really could not match the speed of the three riders from Lotto Belisol. Then it was Jürgen Rollins, the last lead-out man, the man who had led Andre Greipel to victory in Victor Harbour 48 hours earlier. Greipel just keeping an eye on who was coming. It was Renshaw on the right, Andrew Fenn on the left. That was the sign for the champion of Germany to go for it, and Andre Greipel getting here historically his 16th stage win in the 16th edition of the event. It was a great sprint by the man we call the Gorilla, and he was untouchable, but the race would be won now by Simon Gerrans. Simon Gerrans becoming the first man to win this event 3 times. And he wins it by a single second. The sprinter here won it by a good length though. Greipel getting that victory and saluting his public here in South Australia.
We're talking to Robbie McEwen, and he said when it comes down to the end, it's a question of who's got the best lead-out train, and your guys were perfect.
Yeah, chapeau, I would say. When Marcel Siebeck went, it was incredible fast. He just passed everyone, and then I just needed to stay on the wheels, and the guys rode awesome again, and yeah, I could save myself for the last 200 meters, and I think another good victory for us. Nice team spirit we have. So much fun to race with the guys, and also for myself, I'm confident, and I have fast legs, and looking forward to the next races.